Hey everybody, so Life Lesson Friday for April 19th, 2024 is that people notice. And this actually came up yesterday as I was waiting at a park for one of my athletes to show up for his training. And uh, there was some flag football going on, practice for some kids. And one of the dads, was walking up and he introduced himself to me and I was like, "Hey, yeah, you're like I know you. You're a local, like celebrity athlete type of person in town." And people notice. Like if you put yourself out there and you take risks, which I believe we all should be doing. And if you've followed any of my stuff, you know that that's what I believe in. We should be taking risks because that's how you grow, right? Like if a seed is underground, it won't come out of ground unless it takes the risk to break through the shell and break through the ground and come up. Like some of them do, some of them don't. And if you're not taking risks, you're not going to grow to the level and potential that you could. And so people notice what you're doing, and people notice when you're out there doing things, taking risks, when you're out there making moves. And yeah, sometimes they don't work, sometimes they fail, sometimes, you know, but if you do it enough, you're going to find the successful ones. Those are going to happen. It's a law of averages. It has to. Okay? It's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, that's when you find a coach. That's when you find a mentor. That's when you find somebody who's been there before that can help you get to where you want to be and can help you be successful in that thing until you learn enough about it to be able to do it on your own. But the thing is, none of that happens if you don't take the risk. And believe me, people notice when you don't take the risk because you sit at home and wonder why you can't be successful or why you're not this or that. And people notice because nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows what you've done. Nobody knows those things. And it's one of the things that is a when I was managing people, I would tell them, like, make sure that you're trying things and attempting things, because I notice when you just sit there and do the exact job that's listed on the job description, right? Like, it's great that you do that, but what managers want, what business owners want, is the person that's going to go above and beyond, right? And you probably heard that if you've ever had an evaluation. What did you do that was above and beyond, right? And those are the risk things. They don't always have to be successful, but what did you attempt to make things better? So don't forget to attempt things to make things better, because people notice. And when people in the community notice, it makes you feel better. Like, it does. It just makes you feel better. I'm not doing it for that person to come to me and say, "Hey, I recognize you." That's not why I'm doing what I do. I do it because I love it and I enjoy it. And I want to take a risk and I want to see how good I can be at it. But the fact that other people recognize it, hey, that's great. Like, that makes me feel good, right? And that's ultimately what most of us are looking for, is things that will make us feel good. Whether it's food, whether it's substances, whether it's relationships, whether it's work, like friendships. That's what we're looking for, is what's going to make us feel good, right? And so it's an obvious way to go ahead and do that, but you have to take the risk first before people will notice that you've done anything. So that's the Life Lesson Friday for today. We will talk to you soon. I know I'll be back on later today after I compete in my race at Baylor against all the Division I college kids that are there. The goal is to beat a couple of them and get under 16 minutes for my 5K. So talk about taking a risk. That is the ultimate taking a risk, because I'm 49 years old. running a race with a bunch of guys who are between 18 and 22 years old. So, but we'll talk to you later after that happens, and I'll let you know how it goes.